Welcome to Conversations with Carrie, and it's book review time. It's book review. Okay. So as you guys have seen, I normally try to group my authors, or at least my favorite authors, together, but I don't always read every book that an author has. But I have a new author for you today. But first, have you had a chance to head over to carrielee.com and read my latest blog? As a writer, I'm also an avid reader, but over on my blog, not only do I have short stories, but I also include some pretty funny stories around like what dating's been like, but also have some faith and encouragement. So head on over there if you haven't had a chance. Okay, so today I'm talking about Liane Moriarty. My book club actually read Big Little Lies, and that's how I was introduced to her. And I'm sure some of you have probably heard of the HBO series, which I watched the HBO series on a plane. So it's my understanding it was edited because, first of all, your girl doesn't have HBO. If it's not on Netflix or Hulu, I'm sorry, boo. I can't do it. But Big Little Lies, I loved it. For one, it grabs you from the very beginning. It's kind of a... She almost writes it's like a mystery to a certain extent. So I feel like it's about, of course, it's a murder, a tragic accident, as they like to say. So it's three main characters, and there's Celeste, Madeline, and Jane, all very different, and they're all dealing with their own separate issues that run pretty deep. So again, if you've watched the show, it's not the same, and I'm one of those people that I feel like, no, you got to read the book before you even watch the movie, watch the show, whatever. Reese Witherspoon is like known for taking a book and being like, yeah, I want to be that character, and she will option that bad boy. So I'm here for it. I can't say that she'll probably do that with my character because I write mainly from a black woman's point of view, but still, you never know. Angela Bassett, who else out there? Gabrielle Union, come holler at your girl once that book gets done. Anyway, so I think it's a really good book. The ending is surprising. Again, it jumps back and forth. So it's one of those books that's not just like, oh, everything just told in order. No, it's like you have parts of the book where the police are interviewing the attendees at the party where the accident happened, and it kind of bounces around the story that way. So I think it creates a lot of interest. And to me, I feel like this was actually her best book, and not just because it was the first one I read, but as I'll go through the other ones that I've read. This one really strikes me. I like the way it's written, and again, it kind of keeps your attention. It's not one of those, as my sister would say, am I going to like it from the very beginning? Yes, you will like this one from the very beginning. All right, so next we have I'm like surprised that that's really staying up. Next we have Three Wishes. So again, I love a good book that tells me a story from different points of view. And so I feel like I get to know the characters. Like, I'm one of those people that really kind of absorb the books that I read, and they really inspire me. So this is about three sisters who they're feisty, they're strong, they're emotional. It's like everything. And having a sister myself, like, I feel like we've gone through, a lot of the phases that these three sisters go through, but I think they're a little up here. So I'll just say that there's a fork and a pregnant belly involved. So it's a really good story. It's entertaining. It's funny. I think that to me, is like a good beach read. Like, it's not going to just like, oh my gosh, it's so good, I couldn't put it down. No, but I do think it's an entertaining story. And again, if there's some like love involved, there's, because especially when you have three characters that you normally know, you'll have several different, you'll have one character who's like maybe the intellect, you have one character who's emotional, and then you have one character, I don't know, who's the sexy one. Whatever it is. It's not your typical story though, I will say that, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's some cute little twists and turns, but I think you'll enjoy it. Now, My Husband's Secret. This author really writes from, like, she kind of keeps an air of mystery in her books, and this one definitely does. And it literally makes you think, if I was married to a man and he had this secret, would I keep it? Now, you might think you love your significant other, but when you find out some things that she did in this book, so again, you're going to you kind of want to keep reading through it like, and then what happened? And then what happened? So I think that keeps the book fun, but it's still light enough, even though it's kind of talking about a pretty heavy subject. And it's also very much a, do you get what you deserve type thing. That's kind of makes you question it a little bit. Again, very entertaining, a great read, a quick read, but also just a really great story. So highly recommended. And you will look at your significant other like, what you had? This one I actually really enjoyed. The Hypnotist Love Story. You know, actually when I read this book, I was thinking about the cultural differences between black and white women, to be honest. There are some things that happened in here that I was like, a sister just wouldn't do that. It's still a really good story, and just some of the things that come through is basically about a hypnotist who falls in love with this man, but the man has a stalker. And the way that stalker comes into his life, into her life, and kind of disrupts everything. You will look at dating maybe a little differently. You would think like, I'm one of those people that if you have any drama, if you have any like, I don't know if it's baby mama, the ex, whoever, like if I get a hint of any drama, I'm like deuces, just because I don't have any drama in my life like that, and the idea of welcoming that in just because of who I'm dating literally makes me cringe. And this book, there are definitely some cringe-worthy moments in it, but as a woman who's dating, you know, there are some also really relatable moments in it. So I think she does a great job of just kind of telling a different story, a different perspective of the story. And I would say that's worth a read. Again, I would say this is a good summer read on the plane, laying at the pool, when you don't have anything else to do. This is a great read. But what Alice forgot is actually, you know, like you see little things like it's heartfelt, witty, and thought-provoking, a story you'll remember. But it kind of really is. This is actually a really good one. It's about a woman who wakes up and literally can't remember anything. But imagine being a mom and waking up and you don't remember who your own kids are. You don't remember who your husband is. Like you don't remember anything about this life, your life. And it turns out you were somewhat of a crappy person and you're trying to fix all of that. And then the memories that do come back are all from this time in your life where, you know, everything was just like beautiful and wonderful and fun. And you realize that all those people that you cherished during that time, either you don't like them or they have broken relationships or something like that. So I feel like this is actually, literally if I woke up one day and didn't remember anything, this is a great way to depict that. So again, another great summer read. I would say all her books are definitely summer reads. You know, normally female leads, different type of characters. It just makes you think about life a little differently, unless you escape life, because I don't know about you, sometimes with work and everything going on, it can get a little complicated. So books like this are light, easy, fun, and definitely relatable. So I definitely recommend her. Thanks for joining me for my book review on Conversations with Carrie. I also talk about quick book reviews normally right after I get done with the book on my Instagram, at the Carrie Lee, and I do it in either my stories or I have it sometimes highlighted on my page. So check it out, and also don't forget to head over to carrielee.com and check out my short stories. Have a good day, guys.